Some of the biggest stars out right now are going to be dealing to you live. This is where you want to be. I have to explain. Catholic is a religion.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you know what's funny?
Free up, baby.
I'm not really sure what you won, but you're a winner. Okay?
Who's your favorite fighter?
Frankie Edgar, because he's from Jersey, and like you hit him and he keeps moving forward. Like one time his eye was so black and swollen, Kim Kardashian sat on it. Like you can't.
It is Showtime, BET, Comedy Central, also the author of Laughter is the Best Medicine. Yay! Reed!
Yeah.
Yo.
Thank you. Hey, that was a nice introduction.
Yo, man.
Forgot all right, here we go. The deals are in. All right. Bam!
For asking me questions about my comedy, it's all about you.
Hey, Butch, I heard you have an OnlyFans, man. You want to talk about that?
Backstage Games.
Hey, this is Butch Bradley with Backstage Games. I have the best job in the world. I get to interview friends, some of my favorite people in comedy, and it's just so cool to be here right now. This gentleman right here just recently on Gutfeld. He also has been writing for the MMAs for over 15 years. He has the only comedy special given by Dana and the UFC. One of my close buddies, Mr. AdamHunter!
Thank you.
Yo, so cool to be here with you. And if you haven't been to Backstage, this is just a part of the app where you get to know some of your favorite social media people, comedians, F1 racers, and US Olympians. We'll be switching this up all the time, not to make your career sound like it's not that important. But I did say US Olympian. But no, right now we're with AdamHunter, dude. This is so dope. Yeah, so when did we first meet each other? You had like a room in Westwood, right?
Yeah, I came out to LA about 18 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm from New York. In New York, you perform all the time. You get up like 20 times a week doing comedy. Came out to LA, and then like my first set was at a laundromat.
Yeah.
And it went really bad. Like the other comic was like, let me put this on No Career to the drive-in.
Right.
And then, so I was like, I got to get up. So I went to UCLA, and I walked around telling all the college kids that I had a comedy show with Chris Rock and Adam Sandler. And
You're lying, right?
100% lying. None of those people were there. But I went to every sorority house because, like, for some reason, on Mondays, you can make an announcement.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't go to the school. I probably changed that rule since then. But I started this comedy room in, like, this, like, top of this bar because I knew that if you got hot sorority girls, comics would show up.
Yeah.
And then a week later, you showed up.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome. So before you know it, I had like Chelsea Handler was there and Dane Cook and the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
And all this from like literally just because I did it in New York. I used to hand out flyers in Times Square for like 4 years because in New York it's called barking.
Yeah,
you basically give out flyers for stage time. And we'd be like, oh, you'd be outside like comics from MTV and Comedy Central and Showtime. And people would show up and then realize that the guy on stage was the one who gave him the flyer.
Yeah.
So they were very angry at that. But that point, they were already there. And that's how you got better. Stage time is invaluable.
Right. And how, like, and we're going to be dealing some cards in 1 minute. I just want to, how did the whole UFC, because you grew up as a wrestler, like you were a really nasty wrestler in college, right?
High school, college, yeah. I won the New England's 4 times, and then I wrestled a little bit at SUNY Binghamton, and I loved it. I had cauliflower face. But what happened was I was writing for the MMA awards. Like this guy John Heffron, I was his opener, and he asked me to write him some sketches.
He's from like Last Comic Standing.
He won Last Comic Standing, and I rewrote a bunch of sketches that went viral. Like we had Randy Couture just had gotten divorced. So we had him be the divorce attorney. A bunch of other ones, like I wrote one about Daniel Cormier. So so I'm all about that base. So I wrote like all about that cake and chicken because he loves cake and chicken. So they went viral, and then I met Dana White at a casino, and I told him about it. And Dana's like, oh, so he actually called me in for a meeting with him, and he's like, I want you to make videos for the UFC, but don't say you work here. So for 4 years, I made these videos. And they actually called me into the UFC office one time. They're like, how would you like to work here? I'm like, I already do. And then the guy like left and was like, you actually do work here. He looked at my, like, well, you're on the payroll.
Yeah, what do you do when Dana calls you? Are you like, is this even real?
Yeah, it was crazy. And then Dana was like, we want to produce your comedy special. And it's been a great ride. Like I wrote, lots of sketches. I worked for the PFL for a while. He produced my my comedy special last year in like the Apex during COVID,
Right.
Or a couple years ago during COVID, and it's been fun. I had a couple of fighters get mad. I mean, Ronda Rousey, because I said that she tweeted that her and her husband have anal sex, and I said afterwards he can't sit. So they got upset about that, and then John Jones tested positive for steroids, and I said, well, he had no idea there was steroids in his cocaine, so then he blocked me. But for the most part, they've been really good sports. Like guys, like what am I unroastable? Like when are you gonna roast me? And people get upset that I like don't roast them.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them come to fights. And if I'm having a bad, I'm like, well, I've seen you have bad nights too. So it's been great. It's been
Well, we're pumped to have you here, brother. You ready to deal some cards?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna get this into a countdown, and all of you at home, make your bets, and I'll walk you through this. So we really don't know what we're doing. We're comedians. But so they just put us up here. We figure it out as we go along. But it's easy. It's blackjack. Your job is to beat us. So right now, one, hit the second. And where are you living right now? You're in LA, right?
I live in LA. Just tents everywhere. There's the homeless guy tried to Airbnb his tent. It's raw. I hate that. Yes. But you know, that was sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It'll correct itself.
Not much of a gambler. My dad was a compulsive gambler. Yeah. And he's like, when you were born, I lost $1,000. And I was like, why? He's like, I bet you're gonna be half black. But so. Yeah, that was my dad. All right, so who wins? All right,
so hold on, the players are deciding, especially since you showed them what you have, you've helped them.
Am I not supposed to do that?
It's okay. Just wait 1 second.
I'm all about the players.
So you have 13, you have to draw a hit. Take one hit.
Like a weed? Where do I put this?
Right there and break their hearts. Right
there. Sorry, guys.
Now they have 20. Yeah.
So everyone lost?
Everyone lost.
You guys are losers.
So clean it out and bring them to me.
There you go.
Yeah. That's quick, right? Is that the first time you ever dealt cards? Because it sure as fuck looked like it.
Yeah, 100%. Probably my last time.
You're a much better fighter than you are a dealer.
I'm a better wrestler, not a fighter. I'm not good.
What's the big difference between that? You prefer to just snuggle them down and not punch them in the face?
Well, just until I orgasm.
Yeah. No. I told you, he's unroastable. Because anything you go to get him with, he reverses on you. That's like a wrestling move.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
So do I go again?
Yeah, hold on. I got to signal you. All right, let's wait. We have 8 seconds. They're all planning if they bet.
I actually lie about having a gambling problem. Because people are like, oh, why are you so broke? I'm like, I got a huge gambling problem. Well, what'd you gamble on? I'm like, success. It happens.
All right, there you go. You can deal now.
I used to bet, like, what STD did I get?
Did you ever catch an STD?
Yeah, I did. When I was 19, I called my dad and I'm like, it burns when I pee. Like, what does that mean? Yeah. And he told me it means your ex is thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do I, right here?
Put it on top, yeah.
Right there.
And then the next one.
That one, you got an 8. That one sucks. All right, so 13.
Yeah.
This 18.
And then tuck this one under.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Again?
It's all good.
So who wins?
We'll wait for them. They're just who wins. Right now they're excited you have a 6.
Nice. Yeah.
If I was the 8, I would double down.
Yeah. Are you a big gambler?
I guess I just showed you I might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you. Show your card.
Show my card.
Oh, no, wait. Dealer draw a hit card. Oh, hit card here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go.
That's not
Someone
good.
did double down. Now player action. They still have a couple seconds. You don't gamble at all, though?
No, I'm just, you have to have money to gamble, right?
Yeah.
So, no, I've never really been
Player action closed. Flip yours to show them what you have. And then, so
that's 14, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Now you have to deal. You pull one card.
All right.
You made heaven.
Oh, and this 24?
Yeah.
So who everybody wins?
Take it. Oh, that's a hit card. Hold on.
What's a hit card? Oh.
They wanted one more. These guys are slow. Player action closed. There you go. Now watch. They hurt themselves. Please wait. Let's see. Dealer draw your hit card. Now pull a card.
Right.
I bet they hurt themselves. No, they still win.
So everybody won.
Everybody won.
Good job, people. I'm not really sure what you won, but you're a winner. Okay.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Frankie Edgar, because he's from Jersey.
Okay.
And like you hit him and he keeps moving forward. Like one time his eye was so black and swollen, Kim Kardashian sat on it. and like you can't beat him. He just keeps moving. You know, like, he's a real nice guy too. You know, so I like Frankie. He's a good dude.
Who? I did not see that coming. Yeah, I really did not. That was really good. So, you spar with some of these animals? I don't mean that like respectfully.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the little girl's tough. But yeah, I do spar a little bit.
What, you spar women?
Well, what happened was my friend Mike Pyle was training me, and I went through a whole training camp with him. Yeah. Alleged training camp, and then at the end, this girl Roxanne Modaffari was like, "Time for her." So I just just lunged at her, but I weighed her like 100 pounds. Yeah. So I, just held her down, and then she sprayed me in the face with mace. No, she's good people, but I don't spar as much as I should. I'm 45.
How old are you?
45.
Shit, you don't look 45.
Thanks.
And you're still holding women down?
No, I'm kidding. I never. So hitbox. No. Hitbox.
There you go. Yeah. And then 2.
Yes.
And then 3. And then this one, tuck it.
Tuck it. Got it.
And yeah.
Speaking of trans.
All right. You're good.
I was saying.
Break it. We got like $1 million company here starting, and you just break the only piece of equipment we have. Yeah. All right. So dealer draw a hit card. We got to pull a card for the dealer.
There we go. Nice.
7. Wait. Let's wait. So you still train regularly? Wait a sec. We got to wait to see if they want one.
I do a thing called Fight Camp, which is it's like Peloton for oh fuck. Now what happened? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As you guys can see, he's been hitting the head a lot.
Yeah. As long as that beeping isn't hurting. All right. So now what?
You lost, and they're all happy.
Yes. Good job, guys. Yeah. You guys worked very hard for that. This is the laziest fucking sport I've ever seen in my entire life. The people are doing nothing. Like we're just hitting them, right? We're
yeah. We're doing the work for them.
Yes. This is pretty.
Well, they're making bets. Yeah.
These are like those hot chicks just lay there during sex. You ever have that?
I wish I could say yes.
Being there is enough. But I'm like, well, it is. But still, like, you have to put some effort into it. All right,
well, you're married now with kids, right?
A kid. I have a kid. And I love her to death. Being married is the best. Yeah. People are like, what's it like being married? I'm like, that feeling you get really, really high? Yeah. I miss that. I don't get to do that as much. But being married is the best. I absolutely love it. I also got everything out of my way.
Yeah. Do you get involved in like PTA or anything? Does it get drama over at the school?
PT.
Like PTA? Like do drama at the school?
Yeah. There's a lot of drama right now. Yeah. I can't talk about it legally. But yeah, there was a lot of drama. It's all over TMZ. Yeah. There was some. Anyway.
Well, you deal. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
But you're a coach. You coach wrestling.
I do coach wrestling, and I love that.
What grade? What age groups?
I coach middle school, which is the
one for you.
Dealer, right?
Yeah, one for you.
Hitbox one or
no? Right to the first jab.
All right.
19.
That was going to win.
Yeah. 17.
That's going to win too.
Did give him a blackjack.
That might not win.
That might not under. Tuck one under.
There's our R. Kelly numbers right there. So here we go. All right, so we got 15.
Yeah, you're good. You sneak them in. You're like good. As soon as I think this show is shit, you save us.
Thank you, man.
Kardashian's I and R. Kelly. But you were a wrestling coach. Let's stop rushing. Yeah, hit card over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I started about 20 years ago. I needed money, and I went on Craigslist, looking for a wrestling coach. I'm like, I can do that.
You really did?
Yeah. So I drove down there, and they were like, "What do you know about the Adult Wrestling League?" And I'm like, nothing.
With this card.
So what is that? So I guess it was like this adult gay trans wrestling league that the guy before me wanted to do like naked wrestling for the parents or for like adults.
Are you serious? So take another hit.
Yeah, this really happened. So I was like, I don't know anything about this. So like, you're hired, right? So and then does it?
No, you're good. 20. Yeah, you broke cards.
So I started this program and they had no padding on the wall. So the kids were running straight to the wall, right? Like getting concussions. And I'm like, I can't work here unless you pad the walls. This is not my, this is good. So they padded the walls, which is good. But then I had to leave to do a show in Africa. Like I got booked to do.
I didn't get booked into a show. Oh, you went to Somalia?
Like a military base.
Somalia, Djibouti.
Djibouti, Africa,
yeah, Djibouti.
right? So I needed like an assistant. I needed someone to fill in. So there was a guy named Dixon who told me he wrestled before as a comic. This guy taught WWE wrestling, right? Like, so I come back and we have our first match, and the kids are all going for like figure fours and like fucking people's elbows. Like, we get obliterated. But I'm like, what kind of that kind of wrestling? I'm like,
guy picks up a chair, it's like
fucking lights went out, and like, the next thing you know, there's a kid laid out. So I'm like, no, this is not the kind of wrestling that I'm talking about. So I had to fire him. Well, he quit, but he was a nice guy. But then the kids wanted to wrestle in high school, like, because they actually got really into it. They were a great bunch of kids. But getting an assistant coach that's been rough because.
Are you about to offer me a job?
Dude, we had this one guy from Jersey that got kicked out of all the Jersey schools, right, for having an anger issue, and then they put me with him. So he's yelling like, "You suck!" like over like 4 mats at a time. So he gets thrown, and then they made him the assistant, girls softball coach. He got mad, so he threw a bat and hit a girl in the bat with a fucking baseball bat, and so he got fired. So then I had another coach.
You know what you're doing,
I had another coach, my buddy Aldo, who I love, but he was an ex-Chippendale.
Ex-Chippendale?
Yeah.
Dealer card.
And
then over there.
Yeah, he got fired for threatening to murder a parent. He was like, "I'll kill you." He wasn't really gonna kill him.
That's funny. How come we can't fake want to kill someone anymore?
Yeah. So then he got fired, and then another guy came in that was even worse. Was like trying to give the kids like whatever. So the hitbox or no?
1 second. I still want to hear about your friend threatened someone's life. You got a lot of stories. Someone got hit with a bat, and then you were in Djibouti. The army trusted you on a top secret base.
I beat up the other comic in Djibouti.
What?
That's another story.
What?
This fucking guy they put me with.
Draw a hit card for the
players. I'm allowed to curse on this?
Yeah, you already have.
Wait. Hitbox?
Yeah.
For this one, hitbox?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Who won? 13?
Wait, who won the fight in Djibouti?
Dude, this comedian, little bro.
I like how you change your voice to fight voice.
This comedian was just. So we go to this, we were in Bahrain, and there were these massage parlors. So we go in one, and it's all transgender. Right? So he locks me in and runs out. The guy was giving me. The guy was the biggest jerk. Straight, right?
No, right here. Just give your hit. We're not playing poker. There you go.
All right.
20. You broke.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No, you helped them. They won.
Yeah, good job, guys. So this comedian, all I said was Eddie Murphy's movies used to be better than they are now. That's all I said.
That's enough for men to fight, though, isn't it?
This guy went flipped on. Yeah, how dare you disrespect Eddie Murphy? So then the whole time, he was just being a dick. The guy was picking on me and bullying me and was just being a total dick. So we get to Djibouti, and I had to pay for him to go through customs. And he was doing jokes about this was back when George Bush was the president. And he was like, George Bush is an asshole. That was the commander-in-chief. Yeah. And
the military base.
Right. The military
base. Wait.
Sorry. I don't want that beeping. So the guy was a dick. So we get to Djibouti, and we have a couple drinks the night before. And then he's like, Adam's gay, Adam's this, Adam that, just all that. And I just had enough. You just have enough, right? So I'm like, really? So he had like a wool hat in Djibouti, which is crazy.
He pulled it over his face.
Yeah. So I'm like, who's the bitch now? And then he came at me, and I underhooked and overhooked, and I just threw him on his head, right? And I put my fist up, and then the soldiers tackled us, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, what you're supposed to be. So I remember Sergeant Haggerty, he took us into the bathroom, and he goes, you're supposed to lift our spirits. You need to find Jesus, right? And he goes, I'm going to treat you like I do like my boys. I'm either going to punch you in the stomach or take your money, right? We had no money. We already got shook down at customs. So he punches us both in the stomach, right? And then I remember thinking, I'm in Djibouti, Africa. I just got punched in the stomach
by a master sergeant.
How many wrong turns did I make in my life to get to this point?
Yeah.
But the guy after that was really nice to me. He left me alone.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, good deal.
All right.
That is funny, dude. It's funny how we end up in those places, and only comedians know that we have a special forces unit in Djibouti.
Right.
Yeah. Next, there.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah,
All right,
6.
That's 13. There we go. That's 7.
It's a pretty good one.
That's good.
Well, because you're thinking you're going to double down underneath, hide that card.
Oh, yeah.
There you
All
go.
right.
It's okay.
You know when you double down on 6, right?
No, you would split. You might split those against a 3. It depends. I would double the 17 if I was there, just because you're 3. You're hoping the dealer is a 10 and then a break.
All right, who's going out?
Dealer draws a hit card. You got to draw a hit card.
Yeah, hit card. Yeah.
How many? Have you done a lot of USO?
I've done about 20, 25.
It's awesome. I love it. Right?
The best. We went to. We were in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great gig.
Yeah, it was like, but it was like right after that whole like scandal happened when they torturing them. Yeah, they were like making them do like naked pyramids, and pictures came out and like Abu Ghraib. So they were trying to say like,
19.
so they were saying how well they had it. Like we got to see the prison, and they're like, oh, these guys have like, medication, they play soccer, they love to watch the Deadliest Catch, and then you see these guys with like,
one to start for the dealer.
Then you see these guys with like beards, and they're just like, help! But they all have lawyers.
One more card.
It's crazy.
15. Yeah, let's see if you get it. You broke.
This is like ADHD set.
They love it. No, it's good. You know what's funny? We both move the same speed, so
yeah.
For us, we should always have a third dealer.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I like the military gigs, and those are the best. Those people deserve it.
How's Dana, the UFC guy? Is he really cool? He seems really nice.
He's the nicest guy ever. He is such a nice guy. He's
just like totally down to earth, big dude, right?
Yeah. He's really, really funny. Like, although, like when I did my comedy special, it was like 3 days after the election. He was like really angry because he wanted Trump to win.
Yeah.
So I go backstage like, Dana's gonna give you a pep talk. So I get there and he's like, Joe Biden's fucking up this country, and then he's like, God damn, and he starts going off, and I'm
politics.
And I'm like, this is supposed to be like my pep talk, and then the camera guys, you just see their cameras just go like this to like they just like threw away their cameras, and then he goes, make us laugh, and he just leaves the room.
Was that for your special?
Yeah. That was my pep talk. And then everyone in the room was wearing masks because it was COVID.
Yo, dude, do you have his phone number? I think we should call him.
We should call Dana?
Yeah.
How they go pick up? But he happens to be one of the...
Is he cool? Like you could call him and go, Dana just was dared to call you.
He's one of the nicest, coolest dudes you'll ever meet. Like he's just loyal. He was funny though. Like he used to give me the best...
there you go. It doesn't even matter.
No,
the computer
we don't even know what we're playing here.
Hold up.
All right.
And then you get one under, yeah. You just slide it right under.
It's funny because I used to get like great seats, like I would take my wife to and she doesn't like UFC, but she's like, doesn't want me to take anyone else.
Yeah. Oh.
So one time we were like at a fight, and it was when Mark Hunt got knocked out by Overeem, who led like the greatest flying we ever seen. And the whole crowd was like, ah! And I look at my wife, I'm like, can you see that? And then she goes, she was buying dresses online. Like, so I'm like, I'm not taking you anymore to these fights. She's like, who are you going to take? I'm like, anyone, like the Dalai Lama. I don't care. Yeah. I'm never taking you to the fight. Yeah. So then she starts pouting. And then all of a sudden, she's like, this fight's amazing. And I look over and they're walking out. They hadn't even started yet. Like they were just...
All right, win. 17. Hold on, I just want to see 19-1 now. All right.
But I got a funny Diaz brother story.
All right, good. Tell it. We're good.
One time we were at a fight and the fight was super boring. It was Tyron Woodley, Wonder Boy 2. One of the worst fights. One of those fights where neither of them. And all of a sudden behind me I hear, fight you pussies. You guys suck. The worst fight ever. And I'm like, I'd like to see you guys. And I look over, it's Nick Diaz. So, and then Nate Diaz is like, hey, tweet some funny shit about how much this fight sucks, right? So I go to Nate Diaz and I'm like, you ever have a fight where you couldn't get started? And he thinks about it, he goes, yeah, once in the 5th grade, this fucking guy, and he gives me like a 9-minute story about a guy that beat him up in the 5th grade, but that was a fight to him. He counted that as one of the fights. He's
a real fighter.
Yeah. He doesn't
every fight was a real fight.
Like whether he got paid or not, it's on the record.
He seems like a tough dude, man.
He is, but he's probably one of the nicest
Yeah.
You ever like meet a pit bull that just keeps licking your face?
Yeah.
But if an intruder comes, he'll murder him.
But I like that you chose pit bull because it's still a pit bull, you know?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of those guys are like, if they're your friend, they're just the nicest. But then if a guy walks in the house,
they're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead.
And that's exactly kind of what the Diaz brothers are like.
Well, let's do it. Round of applause, Mr. Adam Hunter. That was the easiest thing ever you did in your life, right?
That was the best.
Thank you for the stories, brother. Thanks for coming out with Backstage. And we're going to have you back again. And just awesome, man. I'll see you back in Vegas, Mr. Adam Hunter.
Thank you more.
Thank you, brother. Thanks from Backstage. I'm Butch Bradley. Make sure you tune in for more live events. Remember, we're 24/7 virtual. Tell your friends about us and come back and catch some more live. Good night.